I, 30 male, was with Vanessa, 28, for 2 years. Last Thursday was supposed to be our anniversary dinner at this upscale steakhouse where we had our first date. Reservation was at 8 p.m. She showed up at 8:47, alone, to find an empty table with a note from the waiter saying her companion had to leave. But let me back up. 2 weeks ago, Vanessa and I were at her friend Kelsey's birthday party. I was grabbing drinks when I overheard her talking to her squad, Kelsey, Brianna, and Jade. They didn't know I was behind them at the bar. Jade. So when are you going to upgrade? Tyler from your Pilates class is still asking about you. Vanessa laughed. Soon. I mean, Grant's sweet and all, but you guys were right. He's just a placeholder while I figure things out. Brianna. Girl, you've been figuring things out for 2 years. Vanessa. I know, but he's comfortable. Like he cooks, cleans, remembers anniversaries. Perfect practice boyfriend before I find my actual match. Kelsey. The bar is literally on the floor, and he's just adequate. They all laughed. I stood there holding 2 mojitos, feeling like someone had punched me in the chest. Placeholder. Practice boyfriend. Adequate. I walked back, handed Vanessa her drink, smiled, and said nothing. Acted normal the rest of the night. She even commented on how attentive I was being. See why I love him? She told her friends. They exchanged looks. The next 2 weeks, I paid attention. Really paid attention. She only posted photos of us if she looked exceptional in them. I was usually cropped or in the background. Her Instagram bio said, living my best life sparkles, no mention of being in a relationship. She had me saved in her phone as Grant House, the house emoji. When I asked, she said it was because I was homey. Her ex was saved as Chase Red Heart, Fire, still after 2 years. She'd postpone our plans if something better came up. Babe, you don't mind if I rain check dinner? Kelsey got us into this exclusive pop-up thing. Always assumed I'd understand. I always did. The anniversary dinner was my idea. Made the reservation a month ago at her favorite place. Told her I had something special planned. She seemed excited. Day of, she texted at 3 p.m. Work crisis. Might be a tiny bit late. Start without me if you need to. 2 hearts. I arrived at 7:45. Ordered a bottle of wine. The one she always said was too expensive when I offered. Told the waiter I was celebrating. He congratulated me. At 8:15, she texted, on my way. Traffic is insane. Order for me? You know what I like. I didn't order for her. Instead, I order myself the Wagyu special. The $200 one she always said was unnecessarily bougie. Medium rare. Perfect. At 8:30. Parking is a nightmare. Why didn't you pick somewhere easier? I posted a photo on Instagram. Me, raising a glass of wine, with the caption, celebrating 2 years of lessons learned and recognizing my worth. Here's to new beginnings and no longer being anyone's placeholder. Clinking glasses. Tag the restaurant. Tag her. My phone immediately exploded. 7 missed calls in 3 minutes. I turned it off and enjoyed my steak. The waiter asked if my companion was still coming. I said, no, I don't think she ever really was. He nodded like he understood. Brought me a complimentary dessert. At 8:50, Vanessa stormed in. Hair perfect, wearing the dress I bought her for her birthday. She looked at the empty chair across from me and my nearly finished meal at the dessert with a single candle. What the hell, Grant? I looked up. Oh, hey, I thought you might not make it, so I went ahead. You posted that I'm a placeholder? Are you insane? My mom called me. My coworkers saw it. I posted that I'm nobody's placeholder. If people made connections, that's on them. She sat down, grabbed the wine bottle, poured herself a glass with shaking hands. This is about what you overheard at Kelsey's party, isn't it? That was just girl talk. Was it though? You don't understand. My friends were joking around. You know how they are. I do now, yeah. The waiter approached. She tried to order. He politely informed her the kitchen was closing. She demanded to speak to the manager. I told him it was fine. We were leaving. She followed me out, heels clicking aggressively on the pavement. You embarrass me. Everyone's asking what happened. Jade said I deserved better anyway, and Brianna thinks you're having some kind of breakdown. Cool. What does Tyler from Pilates think? Her face went white. How do you? I pay attention, Vanessa. Even placeholders have ears. I walked to my car. She grabbed my arm. Where are we going? We need to talk about this. I'm going home. You're going wherever people who aren't placeholders go. Grant, stop. This is stupid. You're overreacting to a dumb comment. 2 years, Vanessa. 2 years of being your practice boyfriend. I'm good. I'm done practicing. She actually stomped her foot. Like a child. You can't just end a 2-year relationship over something this petty. Watch me. I drove away. Left her in that parking lot in her birthday dress and her perfect hair, calling an Uber because she'd assumed I'd drive us both. Update 1. Y'all want an update? Buckle up, because Vanessa went from 0 to entitled real quick. First, she tried the love bombing. Showed up at my apartment with groceries to cook our meal. This pasta thing she made maybe twice in 2 years. I didn't answer. She left the bags at my door with a note. I know you're hurt, but ghosting is immature. Let me fix this. The groceries were all wrong BTW. Wrong brand of pasta, sauce I'm allergic to, she forgot, shocker, and no garlic bread because she doesn't like carbs after 6 p.m. Even her apology groceries were about her. Then came the anger texts. You realize you humiliated me in front of everyone. My friends think I'm dating a psycho now, thanks. Real mature Grant. Hope you enjoyed your little stunt. Tyler asked me out BTW. Maybe I should say yes since you're being like this. I didn't respond to any of them, but I did something else. See, Vanessa had this habit of using my Netflix, Spotify, Disney Plus, basically every streaming service because it's silly to pay for 2. Never offered to split the cost. I changed all the passwords. She called me at 2 a.m. screaming because she got booted mid-episode of her show. Are you serious right now? I'm in the middle of the finale. Placeholders don't share passwords, I said and hung up. But here's where it gets good. Remember how she mentioned her mom called her about my post? Well, her mom Gloria loved me. I mean loved. Always said I was the best thing that happened to Vanessa. Gloria started texting me, asking what happened. I was honest. Told her about the placeholder comment, the 2 years of being treated like a stepping stone, the anniversary dinner disrespect. Gloria was not happy. Next thing I know, Vanessa's blowing up my phone because her mom uninvited her from their family cruise. Apparently, Gloria told her, if Grant's just a placeholder, you don't need the +1 cabin I booked. But the entitlement train was just leaving the station. Vanessa showed up at my gym, with Tyler. This walking protein shake in 2 tight shorts. She made sure to walk past me, giggling extra loud at whatever he was saying. I was doing squats, just minding my business, when she staged this whole loud conversation near me. Tyler, you're so funny. Grant never made me laugh like this. Babe, can you spot me? I'm going for a personal record. Grant could never handle this weight. Tyler, trying to impress her, loaded up way too much on the bench. You can see where this is going. Dude needed help from 2 other guys to get the bar off his chest. Security had to ask them to leave for disruptive behavior. She texted me, hope you enjoyed the show Flex Biceps. I responded with the security footage the gym manager sent me. He's a bro, of Tyler getting rescued. She blocked me, then unblocked me an hour later to send. You're pathetic. I was going to take you back, but now I see what a mistake that would be. Ma'am, who said anything about taking me back? But the best part? Her friends started reaching out. Not to check on me, but to get the tea. Jade messaged, so what really happened? V is being super weird about it. I sent her screenshots of Vanessa admitting I was a placeholder. Jade left her on read. Brianna Dmed. Did you really just leave her at the restaurant? That's kind of harsh. Sent her the screenshot too. She replied, oh, yeah, that's wow. Kelsey was the only one who doubled down. You obviously took it out of context. Vanessa deserves someone who understands her humor. I replied, you're absolutely right. I hope she finds them. Meanwhile, I kept living my life. Posted photos of me trying new restaurants, hanging with friends, just being normal. Not petty posts, just living. Without her, she started showing up places she knew I'd be. The coffee shop I go to every Saturday. The bookstore where I browse on Sundays. Always with Tyler. Always performatively happy. Last Sunday, she walked in while I was reading, draped herself over Tyler, and loudly said, babe, let's get that relationship book. We're so perfect we could teach a class. I looked up from my book, Why Men Love Bitches, gift from my sister. Actually hilarious. made eye contact, and went back to reading. She bought 7 relationship books. Tyler looked like he wanted to die. Update 2. This is going to be long because the entitlement reached levels I didn't think possible. So Tyler dumped her. Lasted exactly 9 days. Apparently, she kept comparing everything he did to me, but like, negatively? Grant always held doors without making it a big deal. Grant knew my coffee order. Grant never skipped leg day. Dude texted me from her phone while she was in the bathroom. Bro, I'm sorry. She's crazy. I'm out. Then blocked me from his own phone. Respect, Tyler. Vanessa, now single again, decided the problem was that I hadn't given her a chance to explain properly. So she orchestrated this whole thing. She got her friend Mia, who I actually liked, she was always cool, to text me about needing help moving. I show up being a good friend, and boom, there's Vanessa in full makeup at 9 a.m. on a Saturday, holding a box clearly labeled Grant stuff. Oh, I didn't know you'd be here. Sure, Jan. Mia looked embarrassed. I'm sorry, Grant. She said you knew. I started to leave, but Vanessa blocked my car with hers. We need to talk. You OWE me that. I owe you? For what? For 2 years of my life. Do you know how many guys I turned down for you? Was I supposed to be grateful you chose me as your placeholder? She threw the box at my car. It was full of nothing important, some old t-shirts, a phone charger, half-used cologne. Things she'd gathered to create a reason to see me. I'm going to sue you for emotional damages. My therapist says what you did was abuse. Your therapist, Kelsey? The one with the psychology degree from Instagram. She screamed. Like actually screamed. Neighbors came out. Someone started recording. Mia got in my car and begged me to just drive. We left Vanessa there, kicking her own car tire. Mia apologized profusely. Told me Vanessa had been spiraling. Showing up to girls' nights, crying about how I was probably already with someone better. How it wasn't fair that I was winning the breakup. Winning? I was just existing. But then Vanessa went nuclear. She called my workplace claiming I had property of hers worth thousands of dollars. My manager called me in, confused. I showed him our text history, her admission about me being a placeholder, everything. He laughed. So, she's mad you won't be her doormat anymore. Pretty much. Good for you, man. She tried calling my apartment complex, saying I was harassing her. They asked for evidence. She said her evidence was that I was aggressively ignoring her. They hung up. But the masterpiece of entitlement? She made a TikTok. Day 12 of trying to get my ex to communicate like an adult. He left me at a restaurant on our anniversary because of a joke I made to my friends. Now he won't even let me explain. Is this toxic masculinity? It got 50K views. The comments did not go how she expected. Girl, you called him a placeholder. So you're mad he believed what you said? This is embarrassing for you. Team Grant, honestly. Placeholder to replace her skull. She dirty deleted after 6 hours. But not before her co-worker sent me the link. I didn't engage, but I did save the video. You know, for the memories. Then last Friday, I get a Venmo request. From Vanessa. For $847. Description: half of anniversary dinner you made me miss, Uber rides, therapy sessions, emotional labor. The audacity. I declined it with a note. Placeholders don't pay for therapy. She sent it again. I declined again. Neither do ex-placeholders. She sent it 5 more times. Finally, I sent her $3.50 with a note for the gas to drive to our anniversary dinner. Keep the change. She lost it. Called me from 3 different numbers. Left voicemails crying about how I was financially abusing her now, too. How her friends all thought I was being cruel. How Tyler was twice the man I'd ever be. I forwarded the voicemails to Gloria, her mom. Not to be petty, but because Gloria asked me to let her know if Vanessa was acting out. Gloria called me an hour later. I'm changing the locks. She's 28 years old, acting like a toddler. I'm sorry, Grant. I really thought I raised her better. Final update. So it's been a month, and I genuinely thought the drama was over. I was wrong. Last week, I ran into Mia at a coffee shop. She looked exhausted. Told me Vanessa had been couch surfing after her mom changed the locks. Apparently, she'd been telling everyone I manipulated her mother against her. Grant, I'm going to be real with you. The friend group is kind of over it. She's been at my place for a week, and all she does is stalk your Instagram and complain that you look happy. I was happy. Started taking cooking classes. Turns out I only knew how to cook her favorite meals. Joined a hiking group. Got a promotion I'd been putting off applying for because Vanessa always said I work too much already. She's convinced you're seeing someone, Mia continued. Analyzed some girl's reflection in your sunglasses from your hiking photo. I laughed. That was Roberto, the 65-year-old group leader. But here's the thing, I did start seeing someone. Met Aaliyah at cooking class. She's a pediatric nurse who apologized for being 10 minutes late to our first date because a patient needed her. 10 minutes. She apologized for 10 minutes. When I told her the placeholder story, she said, "So you're telling me some girl fumbled a man who cooks, plans romantic dinners, and stands up for himself. Her loss, my gain." I didn't post about Aaliyah. Not out of spite, just didn't feel the need to. We were just enjoying getting to know each other without an audience. But Universe has a sense of humor. Vanessa got a job at the boutique in the same plaza as Aaliyah's hospital. Of course she did. First time Aaliyah and I ran into her, Vanessa looked like she'd seen a ghost. Tried to play it cool, then deliberately knocked over a display and loudly said, "Oops. Guess I'm just distracted thinking about my amazing new boyfriend who's taking me to Cabo." Aaliyah whispered, "Is she okay? Should we call someone? That's my ex. The placeholder girl? Oh, honey, no wonder you upgraded." Vanessa heard that. Came storming over. "Excuse me? Do you know who I am?" Aaliyah, sweet as pie. The girl who lost a good man because her friend's opinions mattered more than his feelings? Yeah, Grant mentioned you. I have never seen someone's face go through so many emotions. Vanessa started with shock, cycled through rage, landed on tears. You told her about us? That's private. You made a TikTok about it. That's different. She tried to throw a shoe at us. An actual shoe from the display. Security escorted her out. From her own workplace. On her third day, she got fired. Obviously, Gloria called me apologizing again. Apparently, Vanessa showed up at her house screaming about how I'd ruined her life again. Gloria told her to take accountability for once. Vanessa threw a lawn ornament through a window. Gloria's pressing charges. But the real ending? Last night, I got a text from an unknown number. "Grant, this is Vanessa. I know you hate me, but I need you to know I'm sorry. I realize now what I lost. You were never a placeholder. You were the real thing, and I was too stupid to see it. I know you've moved on, but I had to tell you. I hope she deserves you." I stared at it for a long time. Thought about responding. Almost did. Then I remembered something Aaliyah said on our second date. The right person won't make you wonder if you're enough. They'll wonder if they're enough for you. I deleted the text. Blocked the number. Some people finally get clarity when it's too late. And that's not my problem anymore. Vanessa was right about one thing, though. I was never a placeholder. I was just temporarily misplaced with someone who couldn't see my value. Now I'm exactly where I belong. With someone who knew my worth from day one. And yeah, she deserves me. Because she never once made me question if I deserve her. Funny how that works. Edit. Since everyone's asking, yes, Gloria is doing fine. The window was covered by insurance, and she's getting a security system installed. She also started dating a retired teacher from her book club who treats her like a queen. So something good came from all this chaos. Edit 2. Mia and a friend group officially cut Vanessa off after the shoe-throwing incident. Kelsey still defends her on social media, but nobody's buying it anymore. Edit 3. To everyone saying I was too harsh. I spent 2 years being told, in actions if not words, that I wasn't enough. The only thing I did was believe what she said about me and remove myself from the equation. If that's harsh, then so be it. Placeholders deserve better too.